Hi, this is Professor Mike Strahan. I'm the library liaison to the School of Nursing. In this lecture, we are going to talk about how to request materials out of storage because the library is now for the next 2 years under renovation, and we've had to put the collection in storage. I'm also going to talk about using a new resource called UpToDate, very thorough, very authoritative. And we'll also talk about searching CINAHL and retrieving online articles, along with a few other things. So let's get started by using the li library guide, and we'll get to it inside of the course. So we're inside of the NU 211 class. Scroll on down to the NMU Library and AP Resources section. And I have quite a few things that deal with AP style in here. I also have forum. So if you have questions, you can post your question to the help forum and I will reply to that. Keep in mind, this is a forum that is an interaction between myself and you as a student. This is not an open forum where you can post questions and anybody in the class can then answer it. Okay. This is real important because we want to make sure that students get the right information. This is not a forum where you get to share. Next thing is there's a library guide to the nursing resources. I have a link here. There's also a link over here located in the library block. And this is also linked to the contact information. You can do live chat, but you can also reach me through other means. There are a number of videos that I've created. One is an introductory video on how to get help from me. I'm going to point that out also briefly here. Also, there's another video that I want you to view after you view this lecture, which has to do with AP style basics. And I created this video about a year ago. It is specifically for this course, NU 211. It also reviews results of an AP quiz that students took last year. I also have opened up and given you the quiz answers. I have hidden the AP quiz itself. And then I have some other videos on how to search CINAHL. So we have a number of things that you can view after this lecture. So let's go over to the right-hand side. We'll scroll on down, get to the library block. And you can contact me via email. You can also contact me via phone or even through Educat messaging. But your best way is to go to the library guide. And I currently have it turned off because I'm doing a lecture. But what you will find is that when I'm available, this chat box will also be available. This is not texting, so it isn't like you can send a text to me even when I'm not around and I'll get the message. This only shows when I'm available online. Next thing is, like I've mentioned before, the library is currently under renovation. That means that for the next 2 years, it'll be located over here in Grease Hall. And it's on the basement level, and also the study rooms are in the first floor. If you click here on the floor plans link, that will show you our maps. So the library itself for the next 2 years is basically a contact desk where you can pick up materials. We have a number of public computers and audiovisual equipment. We also have circulation staff. There is really no study area here. For that, you want to take the elevator and go up to the study room area, the floor above, which is also accessible on the first floor of Grease Hall. The printers are located up here. Also, the photocopier is located up here. specifically in room 121. The study rooms you can reserve. There's a link I provided on the guide. And we encourage you to make use of these. This is the only study areas we have in the library for the next 2 years. I wish we had more, yes, but this is all that we've been given by the university. So let's go back to the guide. And also, if you have questions, you want to get a hold of me, look at the when is Professor Mike Strahan available. That will give you the hours, how you can contact me. Since you're viewing this lecture on February 2nd, I'm currently out of town, which is why I'm recording it, but I will be available that weekend and thereafter. And like I said, there's also a link here where you can reserve a study room. As I said, the physical collection is located in storage. And what you have to do is put in a request for them to go down to storage and retrieve the material. To do that, you can click on the OneSearch Library catalog link. And we could type in a title, we can type in a topic. What we're going to do is we're going to change this to title field, and we're going to search on and what we're going to do is we're going to search on one of your textbooks. We're going to search on your textbook, Basic Nursing. So let's go back to the catalog. Let's type in Basic Nursing. Hit enter. And the first one listed is David's Advantage for Basic Nursing, Thinking, Doing, and Caring, published in 2022. We click on that link. Sorry about that. Yes, it says it's on the upper floor. We haven't gone through and changed a lot of the locations. Believe me, it's in storage. You click on Sign In, log in using your Northern credentials. And then you'll get a link that says Request. Click on the Request button and follow the directions on the screen. And when the material is retrieved from storage, you will get an email saying that it's available. And you'll come to the basement of Grease Hall where the library is located. And don't forget to bring your ID because you'll need it in order to check out the book. You can check out materials, books for the entire semester. Okay, let's go back to this. I also have directions on how you can browse the collection if you want to look at other materials. Real easy to do because you cannot go into the storage area to browse shelves. That is one of the restrictions that we have on our collection right now. Next thing, when am I available? I'm normally available afternoons, Monday through Friday, and evenings until from 8 to 11. Sorry about that. It's pretty dry where I'm doing this recording today. So you can reach me by chat. You can also schedule an appointment with me to do Zoom. We can hang out. I'm also available in Jamridge Hall on Monday afternoons. Tuesdays, I'm in my office. Wednesdays, I am over in Whitman Hall, room 179. Whitman Hall is located here. On Wednesday afternoons later, I'm located in the science building, room 1540. That's right around the corner from the NTC. And I'm also there from 4 to 5. And I also indicate where that's located. On Fridays from 2 to 4, I'm in my office. I encourage you, if you want to make sure that I'm in a certain area, please email me and set up an appointment. That way I can reserve the time. The library also has an APA style guide. I've been maintaining this guide over the various editions since 1998. Click on the link, it'll take you to the guide itself. And my video, like I said, talks about using AP style and the various examples I have on my guide. As you might notice, I have a lot of examples that deal with nursing, that deal with medicine. Nursing has been my primary library liaison for quite a number of years. And it's now 20 years of my 34 years I've been here at Northern, so it's pretty important to me. Okay, let's go back to the undergraduate guide. And oh, by the way, you want to bookmark this because you'll keep coming back to it throughout your program here at Northern. I have a link to the ANA code. It's available for free. I also give an example on how to cite it. Next thing I want to talk about is a resource called UpToDate. This is a clinical point of care resource. It's highly credible. It is a combination of multiple resources. It has disease information. And we're not just talking a few pages, like what you'll find on a lot of web pages, or even like you'll find in articles. This is very comprehensive. It's not unusual to have a 20 to 25 page entry on each disease. It's constantly updated. And so I highly encourage you to use this. It also has drug information. Now, I know there's a lot of free drug websites out there. UpToDate, for the most part, is more credible. There are some sites where they have a disclaimer on the bottom. They tell you don't use the information for patient care or for medical care. It's only intended to educate, but not use it when treating patients. UpToDate, on the other hand, is the resource that health professionals, including doctors and nurses, use in their practice. It's the same subscription that you'll get if you were working at, say, UP Health Systems, or you're working at Mayo Clinic, or any of the other thousands of hospitals throughout the country, and also clinics that are out there. This is the professional version. And like I said, the drug information is updated annually. The other entries are updated usually at least once a year. We highly encourage you to create your own account in here. That allows you to also download the app and keep track of things. Let's click on UpToDate. It will, the first time you go into it, it'll prompt you to create an account. You go in, you can follow the directions I have here, but it's pretty straightforward to create an account. And then you'll have access to that. By the way, the app for your phone also has voice recognition, so you can tell it what you're looking for, and it will give you suggestions. It's really accurate. The Lexicomp Drug Interactions is the company that provides all the drug information and medication information. That is the same source that some of these other free websites are providing, but it's not as complete as what you're going to get through UpToDate. So I highly recommend that you use it. And like I said, also these entries for the diseases and conditions are peer reviewed. They're performed by expert physicians or other specialties in their field. And each entry also includes references. Let's click on UpToDate, log in, has a double login. And then, as I mentioned, it keeps track of history. So it has a history of other things that I've looked at. I decided what I'm going to do is look at gestational diabetes. Of course, it makes suggestions to you. I'm going to take the first one. Like I said, it has detailed information. So the entry itself was last updated in April of 2023. The literature review was revised last month in December. And like I said, it's extensive. It doesn't have a PDF download icon, but you can click on the print icon and then right click and choose download as or print as PDF, and it'll save it as a PDF. It also has an outline on the left-hand side of the entry itself, and also information for patients, graphics, figures, a whole lot of different things. What's also here are, in the contents are patient education information. You also can browse by specialty, things like that. The drug interactions and the drug information are really comprehensive. So if we type in, I'm going to pick, let's take a look at Eliquis. It's a blood thinner. It's been around for a couple years. Over on the right-hand side, it will give you the drug information. You can go directly to it. This was updated in 2024, so that was with the date that you put on for your reference. It also has an alert for the boxed warning. If there have been any changes since you either last visited a drug entry or an entry for a disease or condition, it will prompt you that the information has changed and tell you what those changes are. You're not going to get that from any free website. So this one has dosing. They have all the normal things you're expected to provide in, say, for example, care plan, has adverse reactions, contraindications, the dosage information, the uses. It also has pharmacology, also has pharmacokinetics, and of course the references that appear at the end, along with patient information. Same thing, choose on the print, download it as a PDF. The last thing that is here are drug interactions. So you can look at a particular drug and look at different interactions it has with other medications, or what you can do is you can actually enter in a particular second drug and see if there's any interactions between the two of them. So I'm going to stick with Eliquis. And I also want to see whether there's any problems with aspirin. We know that you don't want to take two blood thinners. Aspirin is a blood thinner. You don't want to take it as a blood thinner along the same time you're taking a blood thinner, because you'll definitely run into some major problems. So I can click on Analyze. It comes back and tells me that there's an entry for it. It's a D, so consider therapy modifications. And then it explains those modifications and care and discussion, along with footnotes. So that's UpToDate. Like I said, I highly recommend you create your own account and make full use of this resource. The next thing I want to talk about is the videos that we have, and one of them is Jomi. Show Me is a surgery video collection of videos. We also have Jove. We've got an expanded use of Jove, which has quite a bit of nursing resources in it and nursing care videos, exams, things like that. Those of you, you'll be taking MedSurg 1 and MedSurg 2. Show Me are surgical videos. We're not talking YouTube ones that people take during the middle of a birth, for example. These are legitimate videos recorded at teaching hospitals, narrated by the surgeons who perform the procedures. Also includes a transcript, includes any pre-surgical imaging, and anything else that's related to the procedure. They have two things. They have sign up and they have login. I highly recommend you create a login for this one also. Click on login. I already have one, so it'll prompt me to sign in. Go down, create an account. And this is one of the few resources that you can access after you graduate. Northern is unable to provide a lot of resources to you after you graduate, but this is one of them. But you have to create your account before you graduate. So let's take a look at one of the videos that they just uploaded. Let me get a drink of water here. They're constantly adding videos. One of the ones they uploaded this summer is a C-section. So we're going to search on that. There it is. Click on the picture. You can have various control over this. You can control the speed. You can control a number of things. It has the main text, the procedure outline, also the transcript, like I said. It is a transcript narrated by the surgeon during the procedure, not an afterthought, and how they interact with all of the staff during the procedure. And like I said, you can work with this. You have access to it through a variety of means. The last thing I want to show you today is searching in CINAHL and retrieving articles. We have a full subscription to CINAHL Plus with full text. In research, you're going to learn how to search PubMed, but in this class, it will be CINAHL Plus. Click on the link. Always use our links to these resources. Don't go directly to them. Don't bookmark them. It won't recognize you as part of Northern. These are all subscription-based. So we're going to take the same topic. We're going to go directly and search by CINAHL subject headings. We want to look for the terms they're using. So we're going to type in gestational diabetes. And they use diabetes mellitus gestational. I know you want to click on a link, but that'll just give you further information about it. We know what we want. We click on the topic. If we want to look at different types of treatments like diet therapy or drug therapy, we can do that. We can also look at nursing as nursing care. These are various subheadings. You're only going to see the subheadings that apply to a particular condition or a particular medication. And let's take a look at I think diagnosis and nursing care. We'll pick those two. Let's click on search database. I've got over 1,700 articles, puts them in automatically in reverse chronological order. And we've got a screening approach. We've got some other things here. I've got a pilot study that was done. For things that are part of the full text journals that are in CINAHL, that part of our subscription, you're going to see the full text PDF. Don't restrict yourself to just those. Also make use of all of the other resources that we have. We subscribe to thousands of online journals in nursing and medicine. And a lot of them are not part of the full text, are separate from what we have full text through CINAHL. So let's take a look at, let's see here. Let's try this first one. It was published in Diabetic Medicine. First, click on the article title. That way you can look at the abstract, get a better idea about what the study was that they did. To get a copy, click on Get a Copy at NMU. It reruns the search through our OneSearch product. And in this case, it takes us to Wiley. Wiley's the publisher of this journal. Keep in mind, our license allows our faculty, staff, and students to download these articles on your computer, or you want to print them out. You don't have to keep Windows open all the time. That's what our license allows. When you click on a link, it will take us to that particular article on the publisher's website. This one happens to also be open access. Now, they do have, a lot of publishers do have a citation tool. They have related information over here on the side. They have various tools. If I click on the tools, we can export the citation. Keep in mind, though, that it may not be APA style. It may be a different style. And in this, whatever style that journal is using. And if you notice, they use et al. APA doesn't use et al. For references, just for in-text. So this will give us a start, but it won't be everything that you need. So what we can do is we can go back. Don't forget to download the PDF of the article. Open it up, remember where you saved it. This particular journal, it tells you up here, upper right-hand corner, volume number, issue number, date, and it's only one page number because they are using an e-locator or an article number. And so APA has a particular rule for that. Take a look at the APA video that I have. It discusses how to do that. You basically are going to insert the word article, capitalized word article, in front of this number, because that's what they use instead of page numbers. That's all I have to say today. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. And also, as you are working on your care plans, I would encourage you to set up an appointment with me and we can talk about your APA style. Remember that I'm not allowed to review your APA. That's not my role. My role is for you to ask questions and for me to answer your questions about APA style. But I'd be happy to talk about questions you have in your care plan specifically related to APA style. Thank you.